In D.C., no problem for the MVP, keeping alive his record. Payson Wallace, all ejected. Ultimately, the dust settled. We rested. We rehydrated. Yep.
Just a bit.
Hits that at the buzzer. Thunder up 7 through 3. And then OKC opened the fourth on a 15-0 run. Washington staring down a 15th straight loss. They did miss their first 10 shots of the fourth quarter. SGA didn't miss much at all.
Meanwhile, the Spurs looking to keep pace and hosting the Pacers. Victor Wembanyama splitting a couple of defenders here, absorbing the contact, hits the bucket. Wemby zipping this pass to Jordan McLaughlin. He splashes a three from the corner, and at this point, the Spurs are up 17 points. Early in the fourth, they're up 15. Wemby going to work on Pascal Siakam. Misses the floater, but no matter. Gets his own miss and dunks it home. So easily. Makes it look easy, I'll say. Battling down low, stepping through a couple of defenders. The dunk, the foul, 20 points, 8 rebounds, 6 assists, 5 blocks. And Wemby and Siakam getting physical under the hoop, and then Wemby at the other, and it's like, you know what, that's not okay. I'm going to give you a nice little shove in the back. I'm going to let you know, okay, I see you, and stop being so physical with me. And I got a technical, but it's only my first one of the season. And the Spurs win easily, 134 to 119. More on that in a sec as they sit just 3 games back of the Thunder. San Antonio's won 9 of their last 10, but Oklahoma City is on that 11-game winning streak that Phil talked about. Here's the good news for the Spurs. Obviously, they have the tiebreaker, right? Because they've had OKC's number this season. They also have a much easier schedule than the Thunder. Thunder actually have the 5th toughest.
The world can see it. 40 points per game, 8 boards a game, 7 dimes a game. Ron, pull it up so the world can see it, please. 40 points, 8 boards, 7 dimes a game. On top of that, right now, here's a cultural conversation. SGA or Luka, 2-5, you got the floor. Who's the MVP right now?
You know, for a while I had Kate up in there.
Yep.
He was up in there for me. I don't mind the Luka though. I don't mind the Luka MVP, but I like SGA.
Really?
Yeah. His team wins at a high roll, had a high clip. Right? He's a big reason why that is.
Yep.
You look at that team, yeah, they play a lot of defense, but where's the scoring come from? Like, people forget that, like, he's going to give you them 30s when you need them.
Yep.
Right? That's why he averages it. I look at, like, Austin Reeves. There's times if Luka don't play or LeBron don't play, like, Austin Reeves is going to give you what you need offensively, right? So you get that scoring somewhere. With OKC Thunder, I don't really get the scoring like that. They all got to pitch in, but SGA, he's going to give you that. They win at a high clip. And he plays good enough defense where he ain't get picked on like Luka.
Yeah.
I would go SGA.
Here's why it's Luka for me. Here's why it's Luka for me, Trey. Here's why it's Luka for me, 2-5. It's we already knew the Thunder was going to be the 1 seed in the West this year. It's a given.
We already knew that.
It's a known fact.
But how? We got to play the game.
They won a chip last year, and they was returning everybody of prominence, including the Carusos, including the Wallaces, including the Isaiah Joes, plus the starting lineup. We knew what the Thunder was going to do this year. They didn't lose anybody of significance, right? J-Dub obviously has been hurt, especially down the stretch. But what we didn't know was how good the Lakers was going to be. What we didn't know was what Marcus Smart was going to do entering in the starting lineup. What we didn't know was if Luka Doncic could turn DeAndre Ayton into what many foresee as a bust into a formidable big. What we didn't know is how players were going to be when Rui's now going from the starting lineup to coming off of the bench. What we didn't know is how the West was going to be able to favor the Los Angeles Lakers, given that Kevin Durant is now in the West, joining a Houston Rockets team was already the 2 seed last year. That's what we didn't know. So given the fact that Luka Doncic has helped keep the Lakers as a number 3 seed and kept the Lakers winning games like the game winner versus the Denver Nuggets, then the Nuggets were vying for the 3 seed. You beat the Rockets back-to-back while the Rockets are vying for the 3 seed. To me, that is more significant and more substantial than the Thunder maintaining status quo. The Thunder are good last year. They're good this year. We knew they were going to be good this year. We did not know just how good the Lakers were going to be this year. And why are the Lakers winning the games they're winning? Because of Luka Doncic. Y'all saw what Austin Reeves did versus the Rockets. Nothing.
Yeah.
15 points, I believe. 14 points. Nothing.
Right.
Y'all saw what LeBron James did versus the Magic. Nothing. Now, shout out to LeBron James versus the Heat. Shout out to him versus the Rockets in the last game. But versus the Magic, nothing. Yeah. Meanwhile, Luka Doncic getting crazy busy game after game after game. I'm so crazy, I'm like, eventually Luka finna struggle. Eventually, Luka is not going to have another 40-point performance. Yet time after time, he continues to trade. So for me, that's why it's got to be Luka.
I just think this though, like you have these moments where you're prisoner of the moment, right?
Yep.
And they'll play well. Oh my God! And you talk about these 9 games, but it's a whole season so far, right? And we had times where the Lakers had slumps and they weren't winning. They was losing back-to-back games, so we can't do that. But I watch SGA, them boys be playing.
Yep.
and he be playing. He's a big reason why they are winning. So, listen, I'm not going to hate on Luka, but because Luka is a great player. I mean, you can't say he's not. But I just think sometimes when it comes to him, if he has on these hot streaks, is that everybody just loves to jump on that bandwagon. Like, oh, my God. But there's times where they don't be delivering all the time, right? All right, so, yes, Luka is great. But can we keep it honest, though, man? I feel like now that, like, SGA has arrived, he's looked at differently now, though. Does that mean, though? Like because if this is a couple years ago, like, oh, my God, you see the way he's playing. But now it's like
we're numb to it.
You respect it, right? It's boring to you. You know what's going to happen. Oh, the team's good. And, like, you look at this OKC team, are they that good? The stats tell you that. The wins tell you that. But how good are they really? They play defense. If you take SGA off that squad, for me, you think they do the same things they doing?
Of course not.
All right,
of course not.
So that's not like I feel like we don't give him this credit because they're looked at as the best team in the NBA and they got a championship and he already got an MVP. No, bruh's still a nice player. He's still him.
First off, round of applause. TJ Hooman's in the building.
Oh,
TJ Hooman's out in the building. TJ Hooman's out in the building.
Okay.
Man, that traffic.
That traffic got you?
On a Sunday, man, is way worse on a weekday.
Oh, yeah.
Dude, the traffic, is it the same with the phone? Because I've been trying to call you, but I know
bro, we just talked, bro. I see
y'all can handle that
traffic is crazy.
Hey, man, I see this dude was just on yachts. He wasn't on a boat. He was on a yacht.
Yeah, it'd be like that.
That's where he probably tried to call me and go through because you was, it was in the middle of nowhere.
Water. Yeah, he was out in that water.
He was in the middle of nowhere.
TJ, who should be the MVP, Luka or SGA?
Wow. I'm going with Luka. I'm gonna tell you why.
You Laker fan? That's why, or no?
I'm biased. Yeah, I am. But once you win an MVP like SGA has, your credit has been given.
Yeah.
You've been given your credit because everybody is now acknowledging, like, boy, you a baller. You win MVP. Now, who thought the Lakers would be the number 3 seed?
That part.
Not many.
Why not?
Everybody.
Why not? That's silly.
Everybody
That's
thought
silly, bro.
the Thunder would be the number 1 seed, and they are. Nobody thought the Lakers would be the 3 seed. Luka's averaging more points per game.
Talk about it.
More rebounds per game.
Talk about it.
More assists per game.
Talk about it.
So he's basically playing better basketball. You take Luka off the Lakers, they're not in the playoffs. You take SGA off the Thunder, they're in the playoffs. They're just not the number 1 seed.
I don't know that.
Yes, that's a fact.
T, this is the thing, though. T, you see you're doing it though.
What's he doing?
I just talked about this. You're doing it. Who expected the OKC to be number 1?
Everybody did.
But what does that mean? Though? You got to go out there and play the game.
What I'm
not
saying
talking about
is
no paper stuff.
What I'm saying is
What?
SGA is a great player.
The
He's
reason
a great
why-
player,
the reason
but he's
why-
not playing better than Luka this year.
But dog, their number 1 seed. That matters, does it not?
Yeah, it matters.
Okay, and he's probably the main reason why they are the number 1 seed. And
the reason.
Number 2, why we keep acting like the Lakers with this team is not good? I'm sitting here watching Acho, and you tell me like, who expect the Lakers to beat them? Why not?
The Lakers
you got
are good.
Austin Reeves.
Yeah.
Yep.
You
missed
got
a lot of games.
Bro, but
LeBron James missed a lot of games.
Okay, they playing now though.
Yeah.
And they rolling now.
They are.
And then you get DeAndre
DeAndre Ayton.
Hey, I'm
Hold
so
up,
that boy
DeAndre Ayton,
balling.
Hold up. He's balling now, right?
He is.
Defensively.
When they brought him to the team, DeAndre Ayton, I'm like, yo, damn. You got him too? So you remove old boy from last year. What was his name?
Jackson Hayes.
Oh, my God.
He coming
Jackson
off the bench
Hayes.
now.
Okay, so now he's on the bench,
Yep.
right? And you put Ayton there as a starter?
Yep.
Who said they weren't going to be good? How not?
Shady.
How not?
Ayton just
Marcus Smart is
Here's the thing,
a
though.
phenomenal defender.
Ayton
smart player.
Ayton just started playing well like the last 10 games.
Correct. In the win streak.
But his presence, though. I'm talking about his presence.
But the thing about it, though,
That matters,
2-5,
bro.
you're talking about a lot of castaways. Like Marcus Smart was a castaway.
I don't think he's a
DeAndre Ayton was a castaway.
I can't do that.
He was a castaway from the Celtics.
Bro.
Celtics had Marcus Smart. They said, we can't get over the hump with you.
Send
We need
him
Drew
to
Holiday.
Memphis.
Get Drew Holiday. Get over the hump, win a chip instantly.
Dog.
He was a castaway from the Celtics.
When we talk about certain players, though,
Talk to
like,
me.
let's respect them a little bit. I don't know castaway. Marcus Smart is a solid player.
He is, but he was a castaway from his organization.
It's in NBA, everybody's Luka's castaway. What are we
Okay.
talking about? We just saying words. What I'm saying is, when you are a NBA player that's proven, that's respected, that's a certain IQ level,
Yep.
that's a defender, that's a dog. Marcus Smart's a dog. I don't care about no castaway. He's a dog. And I knew when they got him, he's going to help them out. He's going to make more players accountable.
But here's the problem, though. You did not believe that Marcus Smart, not you, the Celtics, the team that acquired Marcus Smart for the longest tenure of time, they didn't believe he was a championship starter. That's why he left, and they instantly won a championship.
That happens all the time in sports. These GMs don't know. They always don't know everything. They always don't know everything.
But they actually did that time because they went on to win a championship. Like, it was the right move.
Put this in perspective.
Talk to me.
Oklahoma City probably has 3 or 4 Marcus Smarts that are younger, more athletic. 3 or 4.
You're only talking
3 or 4.
Big dog. You're only speaking about defense. That's the only thing you're talking about. What about IQ? What about being a leader? What about doing all
Their
things?
IQ got to be fine because they helped them last year win his championship. Isaiah Joe.
Isaiah,
Jason Wallace, Alex
Caruso. Jason Wallace, yes.
See, we being disrespectful, though, dude.
What?
You telling me that Marcus Smart's IQ's on the same level as them dudes? What are we talking? That's like you in your 9th year.
No.
No. It counts everything you accomplished. And you say some young boy, what are we talking about?
If Marcus Smart has an IQ here and they're here,
I'm done, dude.
Athletically, they're here and Marcus Smart is here now.
They not dogs. He's a dog. He's mentally a dog and physically a dog. It's a difference.
So when you watch them in the playoffs choke everybody out, you didn't say they were dogs?
The guys you just named, what you talking about?
They played a significant role as role players.
Who the guys?
Isaiah Joe, Case and Wallace. They didn't play significant roles
you
defensively.
You ain't even mentioned Alex Caruso, bro. You ain't even mentioned Alex Caruso. That's the one.
I wish you started with him. I can respect
But everybody knows who he is. Everybody knows who is. Everybody might not know these other 2.
I'm not going to put them in the same category as Marcus Smart. I'm not going to do that. It's like somebody, I earn my stripes in my sport. I will be damned if somebody going to mention me with some of these other guys. It ain't even close. Come on,
So
man.
if you Marcus Smart, you feel disrespected to be mentioned in the same breath as Isaiah Joe and Case and Wallace?
You talking about their IQs and they play.
No.
Like, huh?
Say Marcus Smart has a higher IQ. And he probably does because he's a really good player. Athletically, it's not close.
It's cool. I mean, like Joe's out here running around dunk. He's a shooter. He's a spot-up shooter.
But he's athletic, laterally. He's tall.
I mean,
can I bring up something?
Please, get back to the premise.
So, one thing I want to give the Oklahoma City Thunder for, and why I don't think we can knock them or knock SGA for having them come back to number 1 is we are in the latter half of this decade, right?
Yep.
We've had a new NBA champion every single year.
That's fact.
Since
7
the
years
year
straight.
2020.
Yep.
That hasn't happened in the last 40, 50,
Correct.
whatever years of the NBA to not have a repeat champion. So
Correct.
for SGA to now carry this team in what's been a parody of a decade in the NBA and be the NBA favorite to win a national title for the second time, the first time this decade, and potentially the only time, you got to give him some credit for that. Because in a decade where it's a new champion every single year, new teams are rising, falling, the rankings have been all over the place. SGA maintaining the status quo is not something that should go against him when being considered for the MVP.
But remember this, I'm not knocking him for it. I'm simply saying I'm going to propel Luka for what Luka's done with who he's done it with. I'm not saying like, SGA should be bumped down. I'm just saying we got to acknowledge why we're bumping Luka up. Dude is averaging 40 points per game the last 9 games.
Yeah.
Like, it's near impossible what Luka Doncic is out here doing. So I'm not knocking SGA for his team being good. To me, that's a lazy man's argument. But what I am going to do is propel Luka Doncic for taking DeAndre Ayton, who many people said, DeAndre Ayton, you can't win with him, and winning with him. Yeah. What I am going to do is propel Luka Doncic for maintaining the fact that when Austin Reeves disappears or LeBron James just acts his age because he quite literally is 41, Luka can put the whole team on his back. I am going to propel Luka for dropping 60, then backdooring and dropping 40. Hard to do. You know what I mean? Like, very hard to do. Shout out to Bam Adebayo's 83, but he dropped 80, and then the next game, I think he dropped 18 or 22, and then 20. Luka's gone 60, 40, 40, 40. I'm going to propel Luka Doncic for that. That's my TJ last thought, Shady last thought.
It's funny. Y'all talk about the Lakers like there's an average team. It kills me to hear this, though. Like, they got players, though. They got a really good coach. A coach that's going to hold you to a standard. Yep. They have that. But y'all talk about them like they're just a team that's getting by. Like, come on, man.
At the start of the season, I'm assuming the Lakers were probably picked to finish 6th, 7th, 8th, I would assume.
Who's doing the picking?
The experts. So you probably had Oklahoma City 1, Denver 2, Minnesota 3. I don't know where they had the Spurs, but I'm gonna assume they felt like the Spurs would make a jump, maybe not all the way to 2. And so when you're picked to finish outside the top 5 in your own conference, and where you are now is number 3, and the way Luka has been playing, it's like close games. Y'all need me? get on my back. I got you.
Yeah.
Y'all need me, get on my back. I got you.
SGA does the same thing though, and they #1 seed, but you don't get the same credit.
No, he does get his credit.
But
He won MVP last year. He gets his credit.
But when I asked you, I say, hey, who should be MVP? And y'all all ran to Luka because you're talking about the team. He's carrying the team like they're a bad team. Okay, well, the other guy carries his team too. So it's the same thing, it's the same argument. Just that one is doing better. You talking about 9 games, talking about the whole season.
The Lakers. So right now, you taking if he's been hurt a lot this year.
Yes.
Jalen Williams, really good player. We don't have a Chet Holmgren. We don't have that. The Lakers don't have that.
I don't think Chet's that great. You think Chet's that great of a player?
Oh my God!
I'm gonna ask you. I think he's a good.
Is he a great player? No.
I think
is he a very good player?
I
Absolutely.
think
Do the Lakers have anybody on their team that can do what Chet Holmgren does? Nobody.
I think he's a good player. I don't think he's a really good. I think he's a good player.
He's a very good player. He's not a great player.